Business now on the programme. Stephen is joining us here on set. Stephen's been looking at how technology giants are preparing for today's elections, of course, in the US.
Of course, there's been lots of focus on how social media has played a part in this campaign, and in the run-up to that, we have seen many social media companies prepare especially for the voting day. Facebook, the latest to take action, shutting down 30 Facebook accounts and 85 Instagram accounts that it said were trying to influence the midterms. Now, the company was alerted to the accounts by the US security services. Facebook had set up what it calls a war room before these elections to root out false information and stop it from spreading. Other online platforms like Twitter have also beefed up their monitoring ahead of polling day. Georgina Robertson has the details.
It was US law enforcement agencies who alerted Facebook to what the social network calls coordinated inauthentic behaviour. The blocked Facebook accounts were in French and Russian, while those on Instagram were in English. These rogue accounts are now under investigation to find out if they're linked to the Russia-based Internet Research Agency or other foreign entities attempting to meddle in the midterms. Since the 2016 presidential elections, Facebook has introduced measures to limit election interference.
We have been hard at work for the last 2 years to make sure that we're far more prepared than we were than in 2016. And so we've made investments and really had a comprehensive strategy to make sure that we have learned the lessons of 2016.
Facebook has stepped up its online patrols, closing 1.3 billion fake accounts in the past year. They now have a team of fact-checkers and have established a war room where they monitor suspicious activities around events like elections.
We kind of have the normal trend of what a day in Brazil or the US should look like on Facebook, and if there's any anomaly to that, it'll send an alert to all of us and we'll look into it.
It's not just Facebook. Microsoft has uncovered domains used by Kremlin-linked hackers. Twitter, too, now works with US government agencies to crack down on any malicious activity on its platform. In September and October, they removed 10,000 accounts they believed to be bogus and aimed at discouraging voting.
Turning next to Amazon, which, according to reports, is planning to set up its new headquarters in not one, but 2 locations in the United States. Cities across the country have been competing to attract the $5 billion Amazon HQ2. The online retail giant wanting to set up a second home outside of Seattle to recruit more of the best technology talent from around the US. It's planning to create 50,000 jobs with the project, but various media reports now saying it will set up 2 offices, each hiring 25,000 staff. Finalist cities had offered tax breaks and other incentives to attract Amazon to move in. The winning locations expected to be announced as early as this week. Cities in New York, Virginia and Texas thought to be the most likely choices. The carmaker Toyota has raised its profits forecast for this year thanks to a weaker yen and cost-cutting in its business in the United States. Net profits at the carmaker rose by more than a quarter in the 3 months to the end of September. The company's seen a boost for its shares in the Chinese market. It's been helped there by the reduction of tariffs on imported cars. Sales of the luxury Lexus brand rising to a monthly record. That's despite an overall slowdown in the market. Well, let's take a look at what's happening on the stock markets for you next. European shares starting the day in the green, but not by much, just nudging in across London, Paris and Frankfurt. One of the companies we're keeping an eye on today is the fashion retailer Hugo Boss. Their shares down 3% in Germany. Profits came in lower than expected according to their latest results, hurt by longer than expected summer. People not buying enough new clothes, obviously. Over on the Asian markets, that good news for Toyota helping to boost its shares. They closed up 2%, mirroring the trend on the Nikkei in Tokyo. Just the Shanghai Composite seeing some red on the board there, down by 0.5%. On the currency markets, a euro trading for $1.14 and just under 88 pence sterling. Well, finally for me, employees at Under Armour have been told that they can no longer charge visits to strip clubs on their company credit cards. In an internal email seen by the Wall Street Journal, the sportswear maker's finance director told workers they would no longer reimburse charges for adult entertainment, limousines or gambling. The paper says it had been common practice for executives and workers to take athletes or colleagues to these clubs after corporate or sporting events. An Under Armour spokesperson saying the company doesn't condone the use of adult entertainment for business and that there was a meaningful cultural transformation underway at the company. Stuart.
I don't know what to say. We don't get that with the team on at this time of day here in France, do we? We are all up at 2 or 3 in the morning. That's probably why. Thanks, Stephen. Steve with Business News on France 24.